to Train Your Dragon 2 takes place 5 years after the first one, and it's about Hiccup. He's grown now, and he's traveling the world to see other lands and see new dragons. But one day he encounters this guy named Eric, and he works for a guy named Drago, who is planning to take a dragon army, capture the dragons, and basically destroy everything. So now Hiccup has to find a way to stop him by convincing him of it, and along the way he finds his mother, who he thought was dead. So backstory, drama, that old stuff. So How to Train Your Dragon 2, I was really looking forward to it because it's the sequel to How to Train Your Dragon, and I thought that one was a really good movie. I really liked it, and the dragon animation was cool, and this one looked even better, and I would say that the first one is better overall, but this one is still pretty good and almost at the same level of it, just for a couple problems that I think could have been fixed. But let's look at the pros real quick. Pros: animation. It's beautiful. It looks stupendous. The dragons have never looked better. They look awesome. Toothless is back and he is kicking butt. He is really cool looking, especially for one part later in the film that happens, and I won't spoil it, but he looks really cool in that scene as well. All the dragons look cool, even two alphas that you've seen in the trailer. They're really, really big dragons, and there's kind of a plot point with that later on, so yeah, look forward to that as well. The voice acting is really good. I think Jay Baruchel does a really good job in this role, and America Ferrera, is that... I'm sorry, I don't know last names, forgive me. And Jonah Hill, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, T.J. Miller, Kristen Wiig, Gerard Butler, Craig Ferguson, Cate Blanchett. All good, all good. Yeah, they're all good. Even Drago, this voice actor, was really, really menacing. I'm sorry I don't know his name. I'll look it up later. I'm really sorry, but he did a really good job. Even though Drago is kind of a cookie cutter villain. I mean, he's really menacing, but we only get his backstory in a flashback, and then you learn something else about him later on, and there's nothing else to him. He's not really in it as much as well, and that's saying a lot for that kind of movie. And another con is there's this idea that Hiccup has in his mind that he can convince Drago of stopping his evil army and not capturing dragons, and anyone in the theater, I think, would be like, dude, what are you thinking? There's no way you're going to be able to do this. Please abandon your dreams and just kill him. That's what I was thinking, and the whole point of it was he has to learn that he can't be done. He's not the peacemaker that he thinks, and I guess that's okay, but I guess just the fact that thinking he can convince him really bothered me, because anyone would know that that would not help. None of that would help. None. And that just left the part of my mind going until, he learns later on. But it still bothered me. And the story's really good, except for some parts I did feel like here and then zoom right here. Because there's one part where a character is giving himself into the bad guy, and then all of a sudden, boom, reinforcements have arrived, and he didn't want that, and it's like, okay, now his friends are back here again because they appeared at one other scene later on, and just things like that happen, I think two of that happened, and it was just, didn't really like that pacing as it went on, but hey, the movie's fun. It was really good. Animation's great. Story was good, but it could have worked on its pacing. And Hiccup's idea, thinking, maybe if you given more information on why, besides, I trained a dragon and I changed my father's mind. And, if they worked on his reasoning more, then I would give it a higher grade. But it's a fun movie. It has great CGI, great voice acting, and great looking dragons. So I'm going to give it a B+. You should definitely go see it in 3D if you want to. See you guys next time. I'm Jackson Fulcher. Make sure to subscribe.